everybody, and welcome to the Quadcopter review. I'm your host, Pepe Prawns, and as always, I like to start these videos out by asking you to like the video, comment if you want to, and subscribe to the channel. Subscribing helps build our channel, and liking and commenting helps us here on the YouTube search engine. As always, you can look up here at the top at the beginning of any video, and you'll find the latest giveaways or information going on here at the channel. Now, on any of my videos, you'll also find links in the description below and in the comments to any of the products I'm reviewing. Now, today we're going to be looking at the Beta Pro 2 series. Now, this is the 2S version of the Pro series that BetaFPV has come out with. It is here to compete in that $99 bracket. I have both the 65 and the 75 Pro 2. Lots of videos on the 75 out there already, so we're going to look at the 65 today. This one is definitely more interesting to me than the 75 because there's so many 75s out there right now. It's kind of getting hard to tell what is what, but I will be coming back to the 75 Pro 2 and we'll review it. Now, I got mine in Frsky FCC, you have DSMX, FlySky, Frsky EU, Futaba, PNP, and CRSF as your options on what you can buy. And let's go ahead and cut this guy open. First time for me, first time for you. We'll go ahead and open up the box and we'll see what we actually get in the box with this one. Thing we're going to see right here on the top, this is going to be our terminators so we can fly this in 1S, which is nice. Some people didn't give you that. We also have the little quad itself and the two 300 milliamp hour HV batteries that come along with it. We have our connector so we can run it 2S, and we have our little terminators, as I mentioned, so we can run it on 1S. We also have an extra camera mount here. It's a 35-degree camera mount in there currently, and I'm going to bet that's 25 degree. So that's what this is. And interestingly enough, this isn't your standard haphazardly printed TPU. That's actually looks like that's been a molded print, so that's pretty nice. So we got some foam. We can do, I don't know, make something out of foam. And we have our little card that they're doing now instead of manuals, so you can look the manual up. It's probably a PDF, and you can call their support. I have found their support to be great. Other people might have had other experiences, but I've at least found them. But I'm a little pushy when I'm looking for support. So let's get the box out of the way here and get into the deets on this little quadcopter. This time they used a customized Z02 with the camera and the board separated. It is at a fixed angle of 35 degrees. However, you can change that out with the supplied mount. It also uses a dipole antenna. They're using those 0802 17,500 kV motors, 31mm props, spinning props out. Inside here we have our all-in-one flight controller ESC. That's an F4 board and it has smart audio. It comes flashed with BetaFlight 4.0 developer version. The ESCs are 5 amp and 6 amp burst, and it is also using BLHeliSuite. The dry weight's 24 grams on this one, and it's using the classic, well, a little bit modified BetaFPV frame. Our classic little soft shell there on the top, as we all know, that has a tendency to break. The only bummer is maybe that lack of ability to adjust the camera, but I don't know anymore with that. Those adjustable cameras fall when you crash and things, so it's kind of really hard to decide on that one. But why props out? Most people are probably saying, oh, yeah, they had problems with that. I had zero washout on this thing with the props out. In my opinion, at least on the 65, it seems to have gone away and has been fixed. It doesn't come with any PID settings on it. I went ahead and put my PIDs on there, and they somewhat are working. Need a little bit more adjustment in them, but this was meant to be a $99 competitor to all the rest of the cheaper whoops out there, and they've been very clear about that, and they've talked about it. You know, one other little thing that maybe you won't like about this that is becoming something that's being changed to is this guy doesn't come with the XT30 like some of these other ones do. So you know, these we had an extra change out or whatever. This one does not come with one, and the frame is actually built-in carrier for side-by-side on on 1Ss. So those of you guys that have a bunch of 1S batteries laying around, this is definitely for you. And there's no bracket, but I might thing up a bracket to change the batteries out. Now, again, it comes with smart audio, your typical throttle mid-range, pull left, and up on your pitch stick, and you'll get in here. It only has a VTX power of 25, so although, you know, this will show you higher levels, it's only at 25, so don't bother to change it up to anything else. And E1 is the band for me in my neighborhood, so I'm going to come in, switch that out, set it, say yes, and we can get into the flight footage. Now this flight, I decided I'm just going to rip it, so I was pretty aggressive on speed and throttle on this guy and pushed it pretty hard to see what kind of times we would get out of it. But control is great. I mean, I've always liked BetaFPV's boards. They've always had great control for me and been really, really smooth. And as you can see when we took off, I mean, it takes off like an animal. The last time, you know, I had one that took off and shocked me how quickly it took off was the Mobula 7. I'm not saying this is a Mobula 7 killer or anything. I'm just saying the last one that shocked me was that one. And as soon as I hit the throttle on this thing, I was genuinely surprised about how quick of a ripper it is. And you know, we'll pay for it in the battery consumption. Down the road here, you'll see that we didn't get a lot of flight time out of this, but you know, like I said, I was kind of pushing it hard to see what kind of speeds and such we could get out of a 65mm 2S that is being called, you know, really good by the manufacturers. So, but as you can see, we can slow it down and be in control. I like to do this little almost stopped flip maneuver to see how it handles, and that's actually handling pretty good with one little bump and not crashing on the ground and getting a flip in. A PID tune that, like I said, doesn't come with any kind of PID tune at all. They have been in there though. You can tell that they've been in there by the label and other settings that have been done, but they did not put any kind of tune on it, leaving that for you. And I always have problems with my roll rates. They need to be pretty high for me. I always seem to stop short, so we'll do a little bit more adjusting there. But once again, most of my videos are made for those people that want to buy a bind and fly, want to bind it to their radio and fly it, and that's exactly what you're getting here, is a little bit of PID tune and you know, otherwise just taking her out and letting her rip on the packs and that they give us and see how it runs. VTX is pretty strong. You're seeing some breakouts here and there, but I really didn't get a whole lot in my goggles, so not sure what's up with that. I'm not saying I didn't get any at all, but the VTX is strong for 25 milliwatts. And here it is. That's the time. That's how much time I got. 2 minutes and 21 seconds. So I'm going to try it on some other batteries and stuff and see if we can get more time out of it. If you're flying around the house, I'm sure you're going to get a hell of a lot more time out of it than what I'm ripping here. And as you can see, I like to shut off and turn on, and we bounce back to 7.4. So as always, guys, look for the links below. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and happy flying. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by and checking out the Quadcopter review. If you want to see more interesting reviews on FPV related stuff, take a look up here in the old right corner right there. You'll find links to all the rest of my reviews. If you want to get in on some of the best giveaways on YouTube, look over here. Don't forget to subscribe right here on my chin. And if you want to check out my flying only videos separated from the review channel, check that out right here. Thanks for coming. Don't forget to subscribe, and happy flying.